Welcome back, Misfits. It's your boy Cristo coming back at you live for another episode, as always with me.
What's up, guys? It's me, Rocksteady, Rocky Raccoon, whatever you want to call me. It is July 6th, episode 19, and I hope everyone out there had a good 4th of July because it was officially the hottest day in the world. So
it was hot. It was hot. It was hot. Talking about hot, what about those fireworks, dude? Those were booming.
Oh, my gosh, man. I honestly can't remember the last time we had so many fireworks in Fremont, man. Mm-hmm. I'm not just talking about, like, you know, those whistling Dixies or those
zappers.
Those zappers.
The snakes.
Twirlers. A lot of, let's call them Wyoming fireworks.
A lot of mortars, yeah.
A lot of mortars. Mm-hmm. And they were going off, popping off like every 10 minutes, you would say.
Yeah,
probably even more than that.
Yeah, because it's not legal to have air. What do they call those? Like air missiles, right? They call them air missiles.
Ground-to-air missiles. No, I don't know.
Like,
air
projectiles
aerial
or something like that. Fireworks.
Anything that goes off.
So we
the
just
ground.
drive up to Wyoming, just like I think it's like a few hours away for us.
I don't. Yeah, it's like 3. You said 3 there, 3 back.
Yeah, 6
or 4 there, 4 back.
Yeah,
it's a long way.
Yeah, but it's worth it. We used to do it all the time.
It is worth it.
We didn't do it the last couple of years.
Yeah, because we got mortgages to pay and stuff. You know what I mean? So it's a little harder. That's funny. But it was fun. You know, the neighbors put on a nice little show earlier for the kids, and then
Canyon City fireworks at Skyline Drive.
Skyline
they had a
Drive
nice
was
show.
Pretty good. It was good. You know, it was a really good 4th of July. No rain. It was nice. Not too many mosquitoes, dude.
Yeah, because you
nice.
said the hottest day was July 3rd, wasn't it?
It was July 4th.
July 4th was?
It was 4th
it
of
was
July,
like, and they're saying it's supposed to be like the hottest summer it's ever been in the South.
Record-breaking temps,
Southwest states.
That's when you start seeing those pictures of people like cooking eggs on the sidewalk and like people's cars, like bumpers melting, like in Arizona and stuff like that.
It's like that one dude's painting, I forget his name, where he paints the melted clock with the cactus.
It's not Vincent.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like it's crazy. But
that's gonna bother me now.
Yeah, and then
comment below if you know who that is.
Yeah, tell me about him. You know, you see him. And then what else you got going on out there?
What is that guy's name? That's gonna bother me all day. It's gonna bother me all day. I should know him.
Squirrel.
Damn,
I got sidetracked. But yeah, anyways, July 4th, man, that was fun. It's a good time. You know, it was easy, real easy. And then let's see. We celebrated your birthday, right?
Yeah.
We went to Top Golf.
Yeah, you got me.
That was fun, huh?
Yeah, so last Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali.
See, how did I forget that? So
we
anyway,
learned about that in school. Remember in like grade school, they would show us.
Oh yeah, that's one of the most
like
famous
that was
paintings.
It was like one of the turn of events, like
turn of the century
pieces of art that was like something different,
something weird.
Yeah.
But back to June 29th, my birthday. So we did the podcast that day, right? And you guys heard, hey man, I'm not a good friend. I don't remember birthdays, this and that. And I'm like, whatever, birthdays are birthdays. Don't really get into them. And then the following day, my wife's like, hey, we're going to Springs. And then we get to Springs. She's like, we're going to Top Golf. And I was like, oh, cool, you and I, Top Golf. It's going to be fun, but it's going to take forever because it's just you and me. So we sit at the bar. Next thing I know, this dude comes up behind me, buys me around, and it was a good night after that, man. It was.
Benny was there. Fun. Haley was there. My old lady was there. It was a good time, man.
It was a good time, man.
It was about 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ended at about 9:30, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, next time we got to get more people to go, but...
I don't know. I think that was a good group.
Well, because if we get more people, we can do 2 bays. But, like, if we would have had more people go, like, I think it was, like, $25 a person. But if we even had one extra, it would have been bumped up to $75 a person because we would have had to rent an extra bay.
Oh, okay.
But if we get, like, 10
like
people,
how that family on the right of us?
Yeah, so if we get enough people, we can all split
that'd be cool.
25 a piece instead of doing 75.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got to get a good group going. Maybe bring our old man up there. My hip.
My dad never did that before. My dad's never golfed before.
No, my dad hasn't golfed. The only game that I remember him showing me was when we went to Mexico, okay? He went up and put like 4 holes into the ground about the size of your thumb and about like half inch deep. And then we walked back about like 50 yards and then just had a ball. And he's like, you just roll it in and you make it. And if you make the certain spot, you have to run. And it's kind of like our version of
cricket,
of wall ball. You know how like wall ball or like when I was in grade school, you would have a team and then you would throw the ball at the wall, and then if you caught it, you're good. You throw it, but if you catch it and you drop it, or if you try to catch it and you drop it, then you have to run and touch the wall before the next person grabs it and hits you.
It's usually played with like that blue ball, right?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but this one, like maybe it's because they don't have any walls out there that they can just go up to and play on. So maybe that was like their version. Like you have to get it in the hole, and if you don't, you have to run up and grab it, and they toss it at you. If they hit you, you're out. Bam! But if you make it to the end, you're still in. That's the only game. Probably the most confusing game ever until you play it.
Yeah, like these new games like Spike Ball now. They got that Spike Ball where they're hitting that ball on a trampoline.
Yeah.
They got things like that.
People are going pro in that, and they're like, bro, what's up? My name's
I like those old school lawn darts. Not the new lawn darts they have now with the Nerf ending, but the old school lawn darts.
Oh, the ones that'll kill people?
Yeah, dude. They used to like...
jugular. You're like, yo, man, I said 4, dude. Watch out, man. Playing lawn darts over here, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you don't see those anymore because they're illegal.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I would probably imagine
illegal, but I mean
they're frowned upon. I mean, if you really think about it, you're out there playing lawn darts, it'd be fun, but you probably would want to play in a secluded area.
Yeah, I think it's for adults only, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play with kids, but you got to be watching.
Speaking of games like that one game that I actually want to play again is that one that you brought over a while ago, where you put a fake beer on top of the post, and you had the frisbee, and you had to throw the frisbee. And you
Bottle Bash.
Bottle Bash.
Yo,
that game.
Bottle Bash.
That game
fun,
is where it's
man.
at, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, you get like a stick, and you put the bottle on top of the stick. You hit the bottle off. There's a couple points. And if you hit the stick in the bottle, that's a different point.
And
things
you can
like
catch
that.
it if the bottle falls. The team can catch it. Yeah. Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
And then like, depending on if you have like good sportsmanship people, they won't throw the frisbee as hard.
Oh yeah,
because like you can
I'm not
play.
one of those guys.
You'd have to wear. Some people like I wear a glove, man, because I'm like, yeah, people throw it too hard. They throw it too hard, man, and like hurt your hand. And by that time,
I throw it too hard.
That's fun. What about old school? Some beer pong, man. They have those now in those big old buckets now. You know,
it's for kids. It's for college people now.
I don't think so, dude. I have a beer pong table. I haven't used it in a while, but we made that thing. I think I got. Where'd I get that table from?
You made it.
Your mom?
I don't. You got it. Was a table, and then you painted it and did the triangles on there and did all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was plastic. I thought it was wood top, so I was sanding that thing forever, dude. And then I was like, it's plastic.
I can't remember the last time I went to a party and played Pong. And if I did, it wasn't the first game we decided of it. That's the game that we usually talk about when we're getting a little bit lit, and you're like, let's play beer pong. And then you get going and you play like 2 games, and then everyone's just done because they're old.
What about King's Cup? Remember playing that game?
King Cups is still one of my favorites, but I think it is, a lot of people don't like it because of the mixed drink section.
Yeah, well, you got to keep it maybe. Well, if you're playing with sober people, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean? You can't be adding water in it. You can't be adding grape juice in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
That's disgusting. You got to have like alcohol for sure. Yeah. And then you got to have a good live group. You know what I mean? You can't be.
You can't have any
geek off the street, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta earn your keep.
You gotta have some regulators in that game. Dude.
Yeah, dude. You can't have any party poopers, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like,
this game, that's just not fun.
Yeah.
Those are the dudes that usually just sit at the corner or stand in the corner, just drink their beer and watch people go by, which is it's okay. It's okay to do that.
Yeah.
But don't come to my game and make it suck because you don't want to play.
Yo, if you ain't gonna enjoy the activities, man, don't show up at all.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone's got a frowny face.
Cheer for the home team, man.
Yeah, always cheer for the home team.
That's funny. Talk about that. I was on the phone and seeing this video with Russell Wilson. They're all,
bro, what?
You know that lady who was on the plane who got kicked off the plane. Who's like, that guy
my gosh, I want to talk about that. Yeah,
is not real. That guy is not real. And the phone pans over and it's Russell Wilson. He goes, Bronco Country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
Did you watch any more videos of that?
I just seen like the whole. I just seen like probably the main clip that everybody's seen where she's in mid action, we're like, I'm gonna get the off this plane because that guy right there is not real.
Yeah. So I went down a rabbit hole on that, and I was like, okay, let me keep looking. So I kept looking, and everyone's like, oh, she's drunk. And so I was like, okay. So I started to attribute, oh, so maybe she's drunk. And then I started watching other people's videos that were like really just focusing on the people in the back. And I was like, okay, I see those people back there, but I still don't, like, everyone looks fine. And then I came across a video of a guy that was on the plane. On the plane when this was happening, he's like, okay, so I was on the plane, and so I hear this lady talking, and I don't think anything of it because I have my headphones in, and he's like, she didn't seem drunk to me at all. Like, she was, and I look up, and she's just having a conversation with a guy in a green hoodie.
Yeah, I seen that.
And
the green hoodie.
And then he's like, you could kind of notice she's getting more and more temperamental, and eventually that led up to that one video where she's like, that guy's not real. And this guy was like, I didn't notice it at first, but when I looked over at that guy, he looked up at me and he winked. But he didn't wink like this. He winked like this.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you could tell because I think the guy had glasses on in that video.
No.
Are you sure?
100% positive.
Huh.
100% positive. And then, so I kept looking.
Because I know what you're talking about because the guy had, like, he had a hoodie on and he had the hood on his. And then it was just an image of it. It wasn't no video or anything like that. But
so I saw the image. I saw the image and a video.
They're walking among us.
So
everybody.
I was like, whoa, eyes, and then I did more research. And then it turns out that lady was talking to the air flight attendant was like his eyes, but you don't hear that in any other videos. So she was initially like saying like, hey, something's off about this guy.
Dude,
like he's not blinking the right way. And shapeshifter, maybe he's a good guy.
That's some Men in Black. Man.
So that's the video. He doesn't have sunglasses. I mean, obviously this is a bad image. Like you really can't see, but
you're right. Yeah, I thought he did, but you're right.
It's just weird, and obviously there's not going to be good enough evidence to like really know what happened unless you have those like online like YouTube personal investigators that just go in and like how kind of I did and investigate things on their own. But I just think it's wild, man, because that is a pretty big thing to do, especially on an airplane when things are already so strict,
Yeah, well, I don't...
Like, you can't say bomb.
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
Bomb on an airplane. Bomb. Yeah, who knows, man?
Yeah,
that's some weird stuff. That just recently happened like a couple of days ago, too.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Of weird stuff going on, man.
It is. It seems like there's a lot of new... So I feel like there's a lot of more stuff going on because of like social media.
More active
and
live
people
streaming
are
options.
And people are able to put that out there before someone can like pull it from the web or... You know what I'm trying to say? It's just like there's too many videos and just like you can't like get rid of everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's why there's more like UFOs being seen.
Yeah, they're just more
stuff
phones.
Like
there's
this.
just more phones in the sky now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And more like better like resolution, like fucking 1080p. You know what I mean?
Yeah, instead of having that
HD,
8-bit phone
dude,
coming like that you had in middle school.
Yeah.
Dink, dink.
Well, and that's funny to me because a lot of these people have phones like this and they're like recording things like pixels. I'm like, what? Like, how do you get that? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, that's that old age debate:
right.
iPhone versus Android.
And then another thing that people can argue of is like, oh, that's doctored, that's this, because we are in that age.
Yeah, we're we're in the Matrix, bro. It's a glitch. See what I'm saying? Aliens walking among us.
So is it aliens walking among us, or is it AI?
Hey, you see that new game? That it's like Just Go Up or something.
Just Go Up, dude. Oh my God, yes. I don't have a PC, or I think you have to download it off of Steam.
That thing has been going around, dude. And I've been seeing a lot of
destroyed lives.
Things on the phone where it's like it takes you like almost an hour to beat the level, sometimes longer than that.
Dude, I think it's longer than that.
Well, that's just like the fastest I've seen, like the highest records up there. You know what I mean? Like 43 minutes, an hour. But I've seen some people like take days.
Like a glitch. I've seen like a glitch jump and did it in like 30 seconds.
Oh, he did the roll, newspaper roll. Yeah. Yeah, that game has just been sweeping the phone, man. Because that's all I've been looking at is when that thing pops up.
It's like when what was that old school game that came out on the phone?
Among Us.
Oh, before that. So Among Us, good example. Among Us was also one like that, like a viral game, but like Flappy Bird. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Flappy Bird, dude.
Oh man, but that's when we were getting those apps were like the best at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We thought we were living it at that time, dude. You know?
Oh, dude, I thought when I was living it when I heard Real Tone Jukebox.
Oh my gosh, dude!
Trying to find ringtones.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is funny, dude.
That's how you know I'm old.
Jukebox.
Real Tone Jukebox. That was my era. I didn't live in the era where I was like recording like off the you get your voicemail and it's like.
I did that with my Razor. You could do that with my Razor. You had to record up to the TV.
Oh, or the radio.
Yeah, because you didn't want to pay 99 cents for your jukebox music. You know,
message after the beat.
That stuff added up.
Yeah. Or like, how everyone like got their ringtones, and then once they expired, it turned into like that piano, like Beethoven, Mozart music.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Nobody ever.
It was like elevator
it.
music.
Yeah. And so everyone, I'm pretty sure, like at that time,
Holy
like 50%
cow,
of the population had that ringtone.
Sparking my brain right now.
Oh yeah,
dude,
I'm diving deep in those.
Dude.
Yeah, I'm diving deep in that brain of yours.
Man.
Gonna get in that cranium.
Oh man, get some of that kratom in your cranium.
Kratom.
Sheesh. You
don't
kratom?
No, that stuff's. I don't know. I don't really
have
know
that
too
building
much
downtown,
about it.
You know, they give you like a shot or something. It's like a shot drink or something like that. It is.
Yeah, I
just
just
have like different ones and things like that. I've never done it.
Neither have I, and I think it's supposed to have. I don't know what it does, but I know people have used it to help with pain.
Well, I'm sure you got to use it on like a
regimen.
Yeah, you can't just. I mean, some people probably like, oh, I'm just gonna take this. I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that. You know, you
like,
gotta have it. You have to put it in your daily routine.
So I feel like that's how people are when they think about steroids, because I feel like there is a right way to use steroids. You know what I mean? And then there's people out there that are just like, give me anything you can and just put it in my body because I want to get swole. But then there's regiments on certain things like that, you know?
Yeah, there's
do it the right way, I guess.
Bad steroids,
yeah.
It's like that one.
It's like good fats, bad fats, you know? LDLs and HDLs, whatever that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, please.
Skinny bones, big bone, small people, big people.
Yeah, left foot, right foot.
Anyways, but yeah, those steroids I was talking about, dude, is like, have you seen that dude overseas where he's got like the swollen arms? He's like
and does he have like the lips too? Like
his silicone, like
I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
looking.
and he likes it. He's like,
yeah, dude, that's weird. Dude.
I feel like that's what you would call yeah. What do you call that when like you look at yourself?
Body dysmorphia.
Body dysmorphia. I feel like that's what that is. And like to us, he's like cringe, but to him, he's like, yo, man. This is what makes me me.
This is what makes me man.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the ladies like.
And then before that, he could probably been like a good-looking guy. You know what I mean? Without that, but to him, he's like, I'm ugly. I feel like that's a big problem we have in today's world society is that people don't love themselves enough as they should. You know, so if you hear this,
I think there's
make time for yourself, love yourself. You know,
just self-care. I think
that's huge. Self-care is huge, dude.
You know, self-care.
Feed into yourself.
Self-awareness, self-care. You know,
fill up your own cup. Easier said than done.
Know your worth, like we said before.
Know your worth.
You know,
like I said, easier said than done because everyone has those hard days where you feel like you just don't want to get out of bed, and then you're like, I don't want to get out of bed because I'm a lazy person, and then you just start snowballing.
You know, so stay in that.
Try to stay positive. Like I said, easier said than done, but once you start staying positive, I feel like you're going to start living positive.
I'll tell you this right now, dude. You're not going to be positive if you're hanging around negative people. I mean, if you're going to be...
Facts,
even if it's your best friend, if your best friend's like a Debbie Downer, bro, you got to go because if he's like that, if you've known him for such a long time and he's a Debbie Downer, he's got to go, man, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
or at the most, maybe talk to him and be like, hey, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing,
what can we do to get you out of this slump?
I'm pretty sure they've done a lot of things together if they're best friends, and I'm pretty sure conversation of like mental health has come up so many times. Yeah. There's just a certain limit you have to reach, and you have to let people go, man, because that's just how it is. You know, you don't want to sit there and be dwelling in their negativity, their cloud, their Eeyore on Winnie the Pooh. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that because they're not going to help themselves.
Yeah, and I feel like
there's a place for those kinds of people.
Exactly. Like you maybe hang out with them every now and then, you know, but you have to like know when to maybe like be done. Like, hey man, I'm gonna come. We
Like
can have a beer. Have a beer, and
sure.
you have a beer. But like, I gotta go because you know, at least so you're because you're like still
Yeah.
showing up for him.
Yeah.
But then he's gotta understand that he can't expect you to carry his baggage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know he wants someone to talk to and stuff like that, but you know, man, you gotta stay positive.
Yeah, man.
You know. So yeah, time and a place, like you said.
Time and a place. Check it out the door, man.
Time and a place, check it out the door. I go to work, ready for work. I get home, take off my pants, and I'm at home.
Sometimes
I gotta
when I
go
get
to
off work,
do.
dude, when I get off work, man, and I'm at home, I just want to stay home. I don't want to go out. So like I
Yeah.
try to get things done before I settle down.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get a couple things here and there before I like, actually settle down. I'll do a couple things but
That's
once
good.
I'm done, dude, I don't want to get out.
That is a good that's a good thing to go about like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Do the stuff that you feel like you
Mind
is
your
essential.
business. Yeah.
Get it done, and that way, you know, you're not dwelling on it in the past
One
and like
and
being
done,
like, oh
man.
man, you got
Get it
home
done
and I
and
just
over
don't
with.
want to do the laundry.
Don't be a
I just wanna do
procrastinator,
this.
dude.
Yeah,
Procrastination
procrastination is
sucks.
the worst thing you can do.
Killer, man.
And I know that because I personally am a procrastinator.
Get it. I'll do it tomorrow.
Procrastination.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think part of that for me personally has to do with me wanting to do too many things at once. You know what I mean? So like, I'm like, okay, I want to do this yard work, but then after this yard work, I want to do this fence. And then in this fence, I want to go and pull these weeds and after these weeds.
Yeah.
And so like, I think I get too much into that mindset. And then I feel like I'm like, okay, well, I got my yard mowed, but I didn't get to this and this. And that's not enough for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bet you can relate to a lot of people like that, dude. I feel like a lot of people do a lot of projects and don't focus on like what's really going on. But it's like, hey, oh, dude, just a little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time. Exactly.
Don't try to do everything at once, just a little bit at a time. This will take care of this corner, and you'll take care of that corner and then this corner over here. And then by the time you got a square going on, dude,
Yeah. I've been getting better. I've been getting better at realizing like, cause I'll go around and I'll have like projects that I've left like midway into it. And then I'm like doing something and I'm like, next thing I know, I'm like trying to like, start my weed whacker. And then I'll go back in the garage and I was like, oh man, I forgot to put my Xbox remote controller back together. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something like that. And like I was telling you the other day, I was like, if people showed up in my garage, they'd probably think I was on some type of drugs. Like everything's taken apart, nothing's put back together. But
that's funny.
It's just I need to focus on one thing. Boom, 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 and then call it good enough. Not good enough, but call it good. That's what I'm saying. Not good enough.
Don't
stay in that negative mindset.
Off your list, you know what I mean?
Feel good about what you're doing. Yeah. Cross it off and then feel accomplished. Like me, I already say that negativity. Cross it off, that's good enough. No. Cross it off, you're done. Good job. All right? Keep your mind in a positive mindset. Easier said than done. So, yes. Man. Yeah. So, mental health. It is isn't it Men's Mental Health Awareness Month?
I don't know.
I think it is, but I also think it's
July.
I think that was June.
Probably right.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said something about it before, anyways. Back in June.
June. Yep. June mental health. Mental health. Yeah. So all those men out there, I hope you guys had a great June.
Yeah. Check your prostate.
Yeah. Check your prostate.
And you know what? Nowadays, you don't have to.
People do that just for fun. Is that what you were saying? No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Yo. Hey, yo.
Hey, man. People like to know they're healthy.
Nowadays, you don't have to go in there and do that. Nowadays, there's like this thing.
App on your phone?
Pretty much. I think they send you a box. Send the box full of your, and then you send
no gloves.
And then they're like, you're good to go, You don't have to do that. But you don't have to go in there no more.
I don't know if I could do it
but I bet
alone.
I bet you these old doctors and these old school people are like, oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Get in here.
Yeah.
Get in here.
Yeah.
There's no way that I can get results off a piece of paper. I got to physically go in there and fill around.
And they're going to do that, bro.
Oh, yeah. I know that because I work at...
You probably work with old clients doing something familiar like that, right?
Well, yeah. I used to work at the hospital here, and I know that a lot of the old guys always said, I don't want things to go to computers because I want everything on paper. I want it in front of me, and all the stuff that's getting sent out and being done over the phone and this, like I got to physically be there with the person, and things are just going quick when it comes to the medical field because that's kind of like in the past, but like all these older older providers and stuff like that are like, yeah, no, I want you in here so I can tap your, see if your reflexes are good, and then give you the. Hopefully it's the one finger, but I don't know. They might be two fingers.
Put that thing in your ear, check your ears. I put the popsicle stick in your throat, check your gag reflexes. You know?
He's like, you haven't done that one before. And he's like, yeah, I know. I just was curious.
It's new. It's a new one. Now lean. I'm going to put this chair all the way back. Lean back. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Yeah.
That's funny, man. Disgusting. You're disgusting.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what? That other story we want to talk about was that missing kid. Remember that missing kid?
Oh, yeah.
Talking about that.
Yeah, dude. So,
dude, things are crazy.
Crazy. And I don't know, man. Like, stuff like this is just, yeah. So this kid, missing kid from 2015, just was found in front of a church, right? Like unresponsive, something like that. And so I'm like reading the stuff, and then as I'm reading, I'm finding out maybe this isn't just a missing persons case. You know what I mean? And I know you did some research on it too, or not necessarily research. You know, just like read the articles about it, because it's just more. Because more stuff just keeps coming out.
But I definitely read titles of things and stuff like that.
Yeah, and so it's crazy.
So this kid is missing, and it's like he wasn't missing.
Yeah.
Something, and his mom did something to him, made him like do this or that. I don't know.
So
either he like took a role or responsibility as something else, even though he didn't know what was going on because he was so young at the time.
Right. I think he was like 9.
Probably brainwashed, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably like.
Which is crazy because I feel like that. It's a thing,
something
dude.
Something happened because their father passed away or something like that. Or
well,
I don't know. This story is still freshly new.
What I read was that he ran away. Because he felt like his mom wasn't giving him not necessarily the freedom, but the respect that he felt like he deserved. I mean, this is a 9-year-old saying this, so you know he's already, thinking ahead of his time, if you're thinking about your mom giving you respect. But anyway, he ran away and then came back 2 days later, and then his mom said, okay, they're looking for you. The police want to come put you in jail because you ran away, and like scared him to the point where every time they came over to like talk to them about trying to get clues, like where he would be like in the back room, just not saying anything because he'd be so scared. And then finally he went back and started talking to the cops about it, and the cops were like crying, like choking up, because they're like, how could a mother ever do this to their child?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's happening more and more and more, because you had that one case about that one mom that told her daughter she was like 16, but she was really like 20, and she had like a disease that kept her from walking and stuff like that. But in reality, she was absolutely fine, healthy, but her mom was giving her medicine to like make her feel sick.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? And so like just reading this is like,
what the heck is going on out there?
It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah. It's read up on this and just tell me what you guys think, because
okay.
From what I saw, it's pretty crazy.
What about the janitor or the maintenance people finding cocaine in the White House?
Cocaine in the White House? They just figured out it was real. It's real cocaine, yeah.
You have videos of, sketchy looking people doing sketchy things. And, and the videos are like kind of like, what I mean, with their nose and stuff like that.
And it was in the workers' quarters where they do like tours, and it was found where like people, like tourists usually have to put their phones and stuff like that. So who knows? Who knows? But it could be someone who's like, oh, if I do it here and accidentally forget.
Sure.
I
didn't know they found it in like the tourist area.
But still, if you're a tourist and you're taking that into the White House,
you're going to see a whole bunch of political things going on and stuff like that. I don't really want to get into political things.
Oh no, because there's already people in the house right now that have been allegedly get in trouble for that substance.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, a lot going on. If
do
you guys
your research, don't forget to look up in the sky.
Put
your phone down a little bit. Elon Musk is right. We need to put our phones down a little bit at a time, even though there's a lot of backlash on that's going on right now on Twitter.
Very true.
Just be alive, be self-aware, look up in the sky,
and love yourself. Don't forget that self-care. All right, guys. See you on the next segment. Peace.